Welcome to Rektified Radio. From the latest in crypto news to educating the public, we aim to fight FUD and have fun talking blockchain. Fun segments, interactive guests, and more. This is Rektified Radio. Powered by VibraVid.
So guys, let me tell you, I love
Tron. What's up, everyone? You thought we were done with the Rektified Podcast, but nah. As a matter of fact, I have a special guest on the line with me.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tone coming at you with another video.
Oh man, the good old days. We kind of missed those,
work?
man. That'll work, man. We missed that, dude.
Man, it's been a while. You know, I don't say YouTube anymore, so I'm not on YouTube, so I can't say that. And I probably should have said crypto Tone, but Tone works.
Yeah, for
What's
sure,
going on, man? How are you?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm happy that we were finally able to get some time to go in and chat a little bit about, you know, what's been going on in the crypto space. What you been up to, man? Because I know the unfortunate thing about the YouTube channel getting deleted, and then, you know, we're still building stuff on VibraVid, so I know we're not really ready.
So, you know, I've basically, you know, taken kind of a step back a little bit to get more focused. You know, did a lot of, I guess you could say, reallocating my my coin, basically, my crypto 401k, I guess you could call it. Moving coins around, trading a lot. You know, I've been focused on that. You know, just trying to stay away from, I guess you could say, like, too much doing my own stuff, like my own content, because it kind of takes away from what is really out there. So I'm trying to get as much information right now as possible, trying to learn as much as possible. You know, been reading a lot lately also. I've been reading the Bitcoin Standard. I picked it up a week ago. I'm already like 150 pages in, and it's a great book, man.
Really? I've had it for like 2 years, and I'm literally staring at it on my bookshelf, and I have not.
You got to read it, dude. Yeah, you got to read it, especially if you got the time to kind of dive in. You know, it's good to kind of take a step back sometimes. You know, a lot of unfortunate things happened this year. My YouTube went down, obviously. You know, I fought constantly to get it back, and they just pretty much denied me every time I appealed. And, you know, it sucks to see other people, like, lose their channel, and then you see everybody else get it back, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, they just won't give me my shit back. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not fighting as hard to get it anymore. I do plan possibly to start a new one down the line. It's just tough right now. I got the kids at home. You know, I'm really working from home, and then I'm watching my kids, you know, once or twice a week, and then my wife works part-time. So, you know, I don't really have anything set schedule right now with this whole Corona thing going on, you know, because you can't really do anything. You know, you could go out here and there, but you kind of want to stay away from, you know, away from people, away from the world. Unfortunately, that's kind of the way it is right now. Yeah. But, you know, my oldest daughter's got asthma, so it's kind of like, we really want to take her out and get her, you know, exposed too much. You know, we know a couple of people that got, you know, this whole Corona thing, and it's just been crazy. So, you know, we've been trying to, you know, lay low and just, you know, just wait it out until things get better and do the right thing. You know?
And it's gotten crazy, dude. Like, it's even gotten to the point where it's become like some sort of political thing. And that's really sad because, you know, we don't want to see that. We want to see people uniting, and we want truth, but at the same time, you know, we want to respect people's opinions too. And that's very hard to do when you're on Twitter. And speaking of Twitter and getting back on the crypto topic, I know you're still active there. You still tweet a lot, and we've been talking about Tron. And frankly and sadly, you and me have been labeled as fudders of Tron. But that's one thing that people need to realize is most of these guys don't realize we've been in this thing. We're like Tron OGs, man. We love Tron. But at the same time, we can't turn a blind eye to what's really going on. And that's what we wanted to talk about today. Having people see another perspective of why we're a little bit troubled, hoping the Tron Foundation will make some changes to better themselves. and have a better reputation, so more people take them seriously.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much been the goal of, the tweets that I've been putting out. There's a lot of trolls, a lot of haters. I'm not even really trying to speak with any of those haters or trolls. I'm trying not to respond, because the thing is, like, I'm like you said, I'm not looking to troll or be a hater per se, but like, what I want people to know is that the information that I'm putting out there are facts. We already know now a lot of the issues within the Tron Foundation, and the reason why we're not seeing growth in the regard where, like I've made examples, Ethereum has tons and tons of DeFi projects that are great projects that have been built on Ethereum. And, those were the companies that I thought were going to be built on Tron. So what I thought was going to happen when I was super bullish on Tron, back in 2018, 2019, is I thought, and a lot of other people thought as well, that a lot of those projects would have moved over to Tron by now, just based off the pure fact that it's faster and, it's cheaper for them to build on. And, it's just crazy that it still hasn't happened. And, one would think that by now that would have happened already, right? Because it's already been 2 years, 3 years. We've already shown that Tron's established the market, and they've kind of, cemented themselves as a top project. Even though they've kind of got kicked out of the top 10, it's still in the top 20. It's still a very liquid coin, and the project has hype behind it.
And the product is awesome. Let's start there. The product is 100% awesome. So we have no type of FUD with that. I think the product that Tron displays is second to none, better than most of the stuff out there right now. Right.
And I mean, we were speaking yesterday regarding the coins that are built on Tron. I mean, there's so many of these tokens that are on Tron that you may have in your Tron wallet when you open up and you see, like, I have 100 of these or 1,000 of these coins, and, they got like Corona token on there. I saw Corona token the other day. I was like, what is this? Why are these coins being, built on Tron? I don't understand what they are. There's no project behind them. It's like somebody just created a token, but who's creating all these tokens? This doesn't make any sense. I was speaking with somebody yesterday that said, Justin had created the BitTorrent token. He could show that Tron is actually, could be built on top of it and still be fast and still have, the speed that it was built to have, which in a way is true. But again, we're seeing a repetitive nature here with Justin and with what's going on. First it was BitTorrent. Then it was Win when they took over the Wink platform, which was formerly TronBet. Now we have JST, which is kind of eaten into the DeFi hype, which is understandable. To be honest with you, I didn't think that was gonna. I didn't even think we were going to see any real hype behind it, and there still really isn't much real hype behind it.
Not compared to other DeFi stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hear, because I got I don't go on Telegram a lot anymore, but I'm on there and I kind of see I'm with a lot of these groups, like paid groups and things like that, and I never see them calling out a Tron project or JST or anything like that. But you hear them calling out all these other projects, and it makes me wonder why there's really little hype behind these things. And again, I think it's mainly because a lot of people know the deal, especially these Ethereum developers. They know the deal. They just don't want to work with them, it seems. And I'm not trying to FUD, but it's
the truth, man. It's the truth. The community itself, the projects that are community built, like us, like Vibervid, IGG, Seed, all these guys, they know that there's a lack of pretty much communication on the Tron side, and there's no desire to support. And I understand they're not obligated to support us. That's absolutely true.
At the same time, let's look at it like this. The Binance report came out. Everybody started tweeting about that Binance report. If you look at that Binance report, it's right in front of your face. The top 4 projects are owned by Tron: BTT, Wink, JST, and I can't think of the other one off the top of my head, but there's another one in there. Then you have the bottom 4, which would be you guys as well as IGG and 2 others, and they're all under $1 million market cap. and not to throw any shade at you guys or anything like that, but, it's basically you have smaller projects that are built on Tron that are from the outside, not the Tron Foundation, and there's nothing coming in. I mean, Intergalactic Gaming came in the game over a year and a half ago. You guys 2 years ago, maybe both of you, maybe more. Then you got whatever that Zimbo Cash thing I was telling you about, and then there's another one. So, there was I was thinking this morning too. There was a real estate based Tron token that everybody was all happy about. Like
smart real estate. Yeah,
where the fuck is that? Where is that?
Yeah, they're about to build their own blockchain because he said he's kind of done with the whole thing. And really,
right? I haven't heard anything about them. I don't know.
Robert, that's Robert. That's Robert's token. Yeah,
I remember them having some hype, and it went away. So it's like there's really no large projects. Large market cap projects on Tron. But then you go to the shittiest, smallest cap project on Ethereum, and it's like a couple of $1 million. So I mean,
here's the other thing, bro.
Kind of put two and two together here.
Right. And here's the other thing. At one point, Tron had all the hype. Like with Nitron, there's so much camaraderie, so much support, and I don't feel like us community projects like IGG, Beatscoin can really attribute that to Tron helping. It's more of the community of Tron. So we're so thankful for the community that they once had, but now they kind of let it go. And there's all these other blockchains that do things very similar to Tron, may not be as good, but they're offering so many incentives and really trying to get people building on their chain. And Tron stopped doing that, man. They're not giving any incentives, and they're not really paying attention to the community. Justin's all talking about, community first on that stupid article from eToro. Like, bless his heart if he really believes that, but ain't nobody, man. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, come on, man. You're not doing anything for us. Like, we put a listing on Poloniex in January, and Justin told me on a live stream, like, after end of Q1, we're going to help Tron projects get on Poloniex. We finally get a message from Poloniex, and they're like, we don't respond to every project. If we have questions, we'll let you know. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, you see, that's the thing. I mean, you guys have a lot of people from the Tron world that know about you. So I would assume that there would be more hype behind you guys to get listed on there, or any other project that has some hype like IGG to be listed on Poloniex without issue. And I mean, Poloniex at the end of the day is owned by Tron. So I mean, why wouldn't that just be possible? The thing is, I kind of lost my faith a bit, after the whole YouTube debacle, and I started really diving in. Prior to that, I was already starting to lose faith, only because we weren't getting any information about the foundation tokens and what they're doing with their money and yada, yada, yada.
Let's talk substance now. Go for it.
The goal for them was to either, I mean, they never said it, but we all thought maybe they would do a burn. That would make people happy. Obviously, maybe you should do that. But the thing was, they said it was locked until the 1st of January. And the website still says that it's locked until January 2020, which is obviously long gone. So, I mean, update the website. What are you doing with your money? What's going on? And that's what led me to kind of dig in and see what the hell is going on. And sure enough, I was able to uncover that they are dumping the tokens. And a lot of people want to say that's FUD, and they want to say this, and they want to say that. Well, look what happened. I went ahead and I contacted CoinMarketCap on Twitter. I didn't expect a response. They responded because I basically said, why is Tron circulating supply at 66 billion when it should be much higher? And, literally 3-4 days later, they had it fixed. I couldn't believe it. So when they fixed it, it went up 5 billion. So it went up from 66 to 71, right? 71 billion. So I'm like, an extra 5 billion. There's only been 2 billion created from, since the Genesis block. Plus here's another thing. You have 300, I want to say it's 300,000 TRX are burned daily. So I don't know. We'll get into that in a minute, but
millions are created.
Let's just say 4.7 million are created a day. That equates to about 2 billion a year. You added 5 billion to the cipher here. Where the hell did that 3 billion come from? You know, and you're all quiet about you're all quiet about me saying that you're dumping the tokens. You're not coming out and saying yes or no, but you're all quiet about it. And then I'm throwing out their facts, like, look at what they did. Look here. If you go to this part of the website, you'll see that the foundation reserve has gone down. You could see it on the website. 2 days later, they take that off. I mean, kid you not, dude. I could not believe it. I was like, wow, no one is doing their research on this project. No one is really looking into it. And that's where the hate comes in. You know, people start saying I'm flooding and this, that, and third. No, I'm actually doing my research. That's what I did for, you know, over 2 years on my YouTube channel. Was I did research for people. I came out, I did the best video that I can to give information. I was hyped about it. I was excited for it. And, you know, at the end of the day, they shit the bed. It is what it is. You know, I'm not saying they're completely done, but the writings are on the wall at this point. I mean, you know, JST token is a MakerDAO carbon copy, basically, which is not really exciting in my opinion. There's so many other new DeFi projects that are coming out, even with the fact that you have to go on Uniswap and swap these tokens on Ethereum to pay, you know, $25 to get a coin. You could 100x this stupid thing. I mean, it's insane what's going on. You can't do any of that with Tron. What? Like, everybody's excited for Just Swap and Unit Just or whatever the hell it is. What are you going to swap on there?
Exactly.
There is nothing in the Tron ecosystem that anybody wants to buy. We already saw that with the Binance report. There's absolutely nothing. No one is building on top of Tron that holds any weight.
And the thing is, the developers don't have any confidence coming in because of the centralized nature.
Let me say this. That's what I was going to start to get into. So
let's go.
Again, if I'm a big investor like a Novogratz, and I am looking at a blockchain to invest in, and I see that you just created 2 billion tokens since the Genesis block, if I was a billionaire, I would hire an auditing firm to audit your company to make sure that you're doing the right things. I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to hire somebody to do it, right? If they hire somebody to do that, they're going to find out this information in 20 minutes, and they're going to say, "Look, this is what's going on, and you know, this is the situation." So, I mean, it's obvious now that that's what they're doing, and they're not coming out and blatantly saying this because they don't want to shit all over it. And you know, there's not enough people out there that are smart enough to actually go and actually do the research. That are you know, invested in Tron. It's obvious that, you know, everybody just is out there shilling. They want Tron to go up. How could I expect now for Tron to go up significantly in value when there's too much liquidity? And not only that, there's so many other tokens now. I mean, Justin's out here, you know, talking about how JST token, my JST token is going up. JST token is higher than Tron. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is the biggest slap in the face to a Tron investor that you can think of. You know what I mean? I mean, people have been invested in Tron. I mean, my average price on Tron is like, you know, 3 cents, and I've already taken a bit of a loss because I bought all the way down. You know what I mean? But I also earned a lot in 2019 trading and things like that. But there's people that have bought this thing at 20 cents that are just moon boys now, and they're like, this is gonna go up regardless. I got patience. Yada yada yada. You need to look at the facts.
Nah, the facts are most of those people are gone, bro. Let's just be honest. Remember, there used to be like hundreds of people tweeting on Tron. Now maybe a dozen. And bless their heart, because they really care and they want to see it, you know, do well. And so do we. But we cannot turn a blind eye to what is going on. Like, too much shadiness. We've been waiting. Like, we've told Tron, like, hey, you know, take care of your community. They're supposed to have a community plan for us in May, man. And they're just like, it's like, they're like, maybe if we don't say anything for a long time, they'll just forget about it. But nah, we're not forgetting about it, man.
Look, you guys are not getting any response. That's another thing for an investor. I hear that you guys aren't getting a response from the team that's supposed to be there for their community, and they're saying that they're there for their community. Is this simply not true? So that's already a monkey wrench that you throw into the equation. You know, so it just, for me, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. And, you know, again, it's unfortunate, but there's so many other coins out there. You know, I've picked up so many other better alts, and I've, you know, I mean, this alt season, I've doubled on some and even more in some cases. Like, you know, Link, I bought it like 4 something. and I sold a good amount of Tron for that. I sold a good amount of Tron for ADA. That basically, you know, almost doubled. You know, so it's like I got into better projects. I moved on, and I'm still fighting for the community. Again, I'm not trying to fight. I'm still kind of fighting for the community that I helped build. You know, two other things there. I had reached out to a Tron representative that I know is very close with Justin, and I asked him these questions. He even came out and said, "Look, man, I know you have some credible claims, but let me talk with him and see what happens." I was supposed to hear back, you know, a week ago. I never heard anything back. Not shocked about it. You know, I did think maybe there was a chance to kind of help out the community, but you know, it's just unfortunate that they're not going that route. You know, so again, they never really were strong with the community.
It was us. We were the community at one point.
Yeah. I mean, they just wanted hype, man. You want to hear something funny? So when I had my channel, I used to show on my channel that, you know, I would Google Tron TRX News, and I would always pop up as number 1, number 2 video. And I was like, oh, shit, look, my video popped up. This guy's video popped up. So I went ahead and I did that again, like around December, January, around that time, maybe even earlier than that. You know, maybe a little after the time when Justin, the whole Warren Buffett lunch debacle started. And I started to notice that these things are not popping up on Google no more. So if you Tron TRX News, my video would not pop up. This video wouldn't pop up, whatever. And I would still use it in the videos. But I never, see, the thing is, when you're a YouTuber, and I never knew this because I'm not a big tech geek. I never knew any of this shit, to be honest with you. You could buy, you know, these keywords or whatever, and you could get people to view your video more or something like that. So for example, if I bought Tron TRX News and I, you know, was paying for that monthly, I might get that bumped up.
Yeah, paid search engine marketing. Mm-hmm.
I never paid for it, but it would always get popped up on the front of Google. So it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't the one that was doing that. Somebody was giving me a boost. So I realized, like, wow, someone's out there giving me a boost. And obviously it wasn't me. We could speculate on who it may have been, obviously. But, you know, again, I'm not going to throw any, you know, I'm not going to say for sure. But it makes sense because that is when the hype wanted to kind of build up and things like that. And
it could have been organic. You know, it could have been organic. Give yourself a little credit.
I mean, it could, yeah. I mean, some of it could have been. I mean, you know, but the thing is, at one point it stopped, right? And then it's like you see Justin's got like he's getting PPP loans. I mean, I don't knock him for getting free money, but like it throws up a red flag. Like maybe he did that because he needs money. You know what I'm saying? It makes the investor think they need money.
Man. The guy said they have hundreds of millions of dollars. That's my problem. You have hundreds of millions of dollars, and what are you really doing to?
But you know what, dude? I could tell you right now, bro. I'm so good. I got $100 million in the bank. I don't care. I don't need to do this for the community. That's not true. I'm not going to sit here and say that, but I could, and so can he. Nobody knows what the hell they've been doing. We talked about the buyback last year. Oh yeah, we did a buyback in 2019, 25 million. Really? Where's the proof of that? I haven't seen any type of proof. There was like VChain, I believe, did a buyback, and they showed like addresses and shit. They showed something that showed that they did a buyback.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, give me some kind of blockchain proof. That's what I'm in the blockchain industry for, so that I could see transparency. And I just don't see that. And if I'm looking from an outside scope, from you know, let's just say the shoes of a billionaire, you know, if I can't see what the hell's going on, what's the point? Unless I have some kind of insider knowledge that nobody else has, right?
It's the traces of the shadiness, man. Like you said, you saw that if you click on the foundation address, it won't pop up. You have to like type it individually. Like you had to have gone and coded that so people don't dig in too much.
But that's what I'm saying. What's the reason for doing something like that? You just said it right there. Now, you can actually copy it. You can copy from the top to the bottom, and it won't highlight the addresses, so it doesn't look like you're copying it, but it allows you to do it. And then you can copy it to a Microsoft Word, and then copy the addresses and put them in. About every page has 2 addresses that are completely empty. The Wink, the BTT, and the Tron. Completely drained, dude. So I'm just warning people out there. They're doing this because they are going to be selling those tokens. And the Binance, this coin market cap shows that now, that 71 billion instead of 66 billion. But that was updated for the first time in 2 years. So there's a possibility that they've been doing that for a while. There's no way to know, though. And the reason why there's no way to know is because when you go on Tron Scan and you try to go back 100 pages, that's all you can go. And 100 pages will take you back a month, maybe, if you're lucky. This happened in January, February, March, maybe even before. But no one was paying attention because they said that they were locked.
I mean, we got to use...
said that.
Right. And we got to use common sense, too. Like, the inflation is a certain percentage. The amount being burned is a certain percentage. Obviously, the inflation is more than that. Then you know that Tron controls a majority of the SR nodes. So what are they doing with those rewards, bro? I understand.
Right.
Use that to...
There's another thing.
Yeah, and I understand. Like, look, here's what I've been saying. I say...
Listen, if you're a big whale also, and you're outside of the Tron Foundation, and you own a large portion, you're collecting 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, maybe more TRX per day. You're most likely dumping those on the market because if you have that much money in the first place, you're probably a smart person, smarter person than the average investor who's got 20,000 Tron. So you're going to go ahead and dump those tokens, and that's new, fresh tokens that are getting dumped on the market. And again, people are not really understanding. Yeah, but they're building. Yeah, but look at what's going on. Listen. I believe in Tron. I think Tron is going to be big. I really do. I don't think they're in it for the investor, though. They're in it for themselves.
See, this is what happens when Tone and I get together. We just start talking way too much, get heated, get passionate, get in the moment, and we decide that, we probably need to have a part 1 and part 2 because y'all are going to get fed up of hearing us so long. So this is the end of part 1, and part 2 is coming right up. We'll see you there. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Rektified Radio Podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode and make sure to check us out on vibervid.io for exclusive content. Peace.
I'm just about that action, boss.